In the good old summertime, in the good old summertime. Hey, y'all, come on in. You're here on a great day.
We have a brand new product today from Adopted Acres.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres on YouTube, why, come on in the live chat. Meet the Whiff Pack. Cool group of our friends hanging out from all over the world. They'd love to meet you too.
They would. And for our mention today, Marcus would like to talk about his new hat.
Y'all constant viewers will know that I have recently made a few purchases from Boston Scally. I love these hats. As my flesh-colored yarmulke keeps getting bigger, I'm going to need something in the summer to protect me from the sun. I'm not a giant ball cap guy. And y'all, look at these. This one's called the Cape Codder. Look at the lining. I think this is a little bit Jaws themed with the anchors, and the material is a canvas, almost like a boat sail. Mm-hmm. I love this thing. And this Friday, they launch a collab with Slush Puppies. You know, the frosty shaved ice drink from the summertime. They got my letters. And what is our soap today?
We have a brand new product today, y'all, from Adopted Acres. Let's meet it.
All right, y'all, from the Etsy page for Adopted Acres.
Peach Barrel Reserve Luxury Hybrid Shave Cream. At Adopted Acres Soap Co., every product we make reflects the spirit of our farm. Hard work, craftsmanship, and a love for the simple things in life. Peach Barrel Reserve captures that spirit in every shave. Some scents are created in a lab. This one feels like it came straight from the farm. Peach Barrel Reserve began as a simple idea during the holidays at Adopted Acres, creating a peach bourbon fragrance for family hand soaps. The scent was so rich, warm, and comforting, it deserved a place in the shaving den.
Inspired by orchards, charred barrels, and slow craftsmanship, this scent opens with sparkling champagne and bright citrus, blended with the juicy sweetness of fresh peach nectar. As the fragrance develops, a warm Kentucky bourbon accord emerges, layered with clove, cinnamon, and aromatic herbs. The fragrance finishes deep in the character of a freshly charred bourbon barrel, where cedarwood, sandalwood, suede, creamy vanilla, and soft musk create a rich, comforting base. The result is a scent that feels both bright and cozy, like ripe peaches slowly aging in a bourbon barrel on a cool evening at the farm.
Introducing the Adopted Acres Ladies Shave line. Peach Barrel Reserve is also the first release in our new line of shaving products designed with women in mind. The scents in this line are crafted to be beautifully balanced and gender neutral, sometimes leaning slightly feminine, but always enjoyable for everyone. This formula was designed to live right in the shower and make shaving simple and luxurious, perfect for legs, underarms, bikini, and sensitive areas. And of course, it still performs exactly how you would expect from Adopted Acres, delivering the slickness and cushion needed for even the roughest of manly beards. Directions for use. Apply 1 to 2 pumps directly to wet skin and add a little water to work up a rich lather with your hands. For the ultimate shave experience, build the lather with your favorite shaving brush and enjoy the dense, creamy cushion and slick glide. You will see us do an actual full bowl shave as well.
And while it leans feminine, this is going to solve a problem for me, because sometimes I've already rinsed out my brush and bowl and I do this. Oh man, I've got a big patch right here, or right here. Y'all know the struggle. This is something I can just grab, put right here in the palm of my hand, do this, and I am ready to go mow that down so it doesn't bug me all the next day. And y'all, we love it when artisans pay attention to the female of the species, because I don't know a single lady that's not a wet shaver. The last Epilady commercial I saw was in the 80s.
So come along with us, y'all, as we open the box.
So y'all, we opened this box already. It had one of the other soaps in it, but look what Doug found at an antique store and sent us. This is from Avon, the Barbershop Duet set. It's a soap and a mustache comb, and it's the end of my trademark. And when you see how this product is packaged, tell me this is not the space-age shaving container that you've been hoping for the 22nd century. This is how it comes in this beautiful pump.
So come along with us, y'all, as we have our first impression.
All right, y'all. So since there's not like a pump to smell, why don't we do this in the old-fashioned way, and we both have the first impression
I'm down.
together.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pump this into our Vanillé shaving bowl so we can all see how this works
can
here.
see
Let's
how
get
it
the
goes.
air out first, and then
Load
there
her
we
up.
go.
Oh, yeah, it's going. It said 1 to 2 pumps, but Marcus will do
Okay,
plenty
I'm going
more.
a little crazy here. All right, I'm just going to kind of smooth it along the side here so we can get a good whiff. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. You go first.
Oh, it's a different kind of peach than we're used to.
It really is. I was kind of expecting an immortal peach,
Right.
Georgia peach
Total
kind of
other
thing.
side.
Oh, this is steeped in spices and rich other scents. Y'all, this is fabulous.
I mean,
What
you
are
can
getting?
tell it's peach, but it's
Right,
just much
right.
more subdued and like mixed in with the other stuff that are actually bringing out different characteristics of the peach.
Right, and you know how sometimes that Georgia peach that we know so well can climb so high it gets soapy and almost floral? This goes the other way. This digs down. I'm getting like brown sugar and things like that even before I get the bourbon. Are you getting like the alcohol stuff in there?
Not right away. I'm glad we read peach nectar.
Right.
It's almost like if you like juiced a peach and it's the peach juice itself, not in a can, but
Right.
like the actual real peach. There's something that's gently sweet but super clean with that side of the peach, and it almost approaches lactonic but does not go there
Right,
at all.
right. There's a peaches and cream sense to this. And I just bought a peach tobacco
Yep.
from Dua that I was hoping was going to smell something like this, and it doesn't. This is wild. What else are you getting?
Okay, the spices are there. It's just not like a tobacco spice, but they kind of work in the same way, going with more the barrel, the woodsy kind of spices, but it's keeping them a lot more airy and lighter, like less deep in the spice zone, maybe?
How is this giving me such a candied peach without going peach ring candy?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the artificial
Yeah.
peach scent. This is the real overripe peach on my grandfather's tree.
Like when you sit at a bar and you watch a bartender like really bougie it up, like I feel like they took the peach and kind of like muddled it and got all the juices. Then they took all of like the different spices from the bourbon without it going too alcoholic or anything like that. But the
Right.
charm of it, like it literally took whoever the bartender was like minutes to create this masterpiece. And this kind of has that same kind of love built in.
Well, that's why I think instead of saying peach, he said peach nectar. Totally. It's a lot more like the sweet syrup that your Del Monte peaches come canned with. That's kind of the sense
Oh, okay.
I'm getting with this.
So I know when you think peach, like even Immortal Peach and some of the other ones, like your brain kind of starts to think it is already more feminine because it's bright and juicy and kind of on the sweeter side. This is like way more gender neutral than any of the other shave subs that we have that have peach in it. Somehow it really is like that exact cusp of the line. Like I can't even tell you which side it's on.
And unlike anything else
Yep.
peachy that I have ever smelled before. Now remember, it started with champagne. Are you getting a little bit of that
yes.
light grape effervescence in this? Because
That's why it's not getting as dark. Because I was even thinking in my mind, almost like Tusitala that we have is a little more boozy with the peach.
yeah.
Totally different, deeper, darker, crisper side. This is like clean and bright. And it does have a little spices, but they're done in a very different way.
This smells like brunch in Hollywood.
There you go.
That's
Yep.
what this smells like.
Okay, so if you hadn't reminded me about the champagne, I didn't know it was champagne, but I did get something bright and airy.
Right.
And somehow that's where it's adding it. So again, it's not the boozy champagne side. It's almost just like the bright sparkle, if that can be a thing.
Right.
Not quite effervescence, but a very similar vibe.
And if you follow it all the way down, there's a deep, rich, woody spice in there, not unlike some of the stuff you would find in the aftershaves of the 60s and 70s, but just a hint of those base notes. Beautiful.
I like that they're going the barrel reserve vibe because it does have something very like top tier, like going to a winery or somewhere that it has
100%.
spent years to let that kind of scent come to what it is. And somehow that's coming through. I think that's why we don't have anything that smells like this.
Y'all, if you could imagine a peach Bellini and then just on the outskirts of the bar, a little wisp of melted chocolate. Just a tiny hint, but that's more the direction this takes than like a sun-ripened peach on the vine.
I feel like when you read the title, there's part of me that thinks that I would know this scent, but I don't. It's not like a candle version that you're used to getting. It's not the real kind of peach itself, but it kind of rides that line. And same thing with the bourbony stuff. It doesn't go as stereotypical with that. It paints a picture, but it really is one that you kind of have to dig in and find, where if your nose follows the peach, you get a different side, lighter, airy kind of thing. I think it's more the Bellini kind of side.
Right.
If you go in for the light creamier woods, it's way more masculine to start off with the whiff. But I get like a fresh breeze. Like it does have like a spring kind of summer vibe going on without pushing it too far. Like you could still use this all year round, even though it has peach in it. It just adds like a subtle whisper of a charm to it.
Yeah. And Doug Lane is a perfumer at heart. His EDP collection is enviable, and that's the balance that his nose is used to, those fine EDPs. So y'all, when's the last time you saw a peach soap with fir needles as a note? That's what I mean. He knows how to find those other notes that you wouldn't really think would go together and put them together in a brand new way. And boy, are these binding beautifully. Do you get the fir needle in there?
I think that's where I'm getting like the fresh air kind of thing.
Right.
Like there is a cool breeze, and I think that's kind of where it's starting from.
And I love that it's not cinnamon, it's cinnamon bark. Just walking past the cinnamon tree, getting that super rugged edge of cinnamon, completely different from the cinnamon that we smelled in the Joop homage the other day. That's a very sweet candied cinnamon. This is a rugged outdoor camping cinnamon. Now, one of the olfactory signatures of Adopted Acres is a wisp of smoke. Is there any of that in here? There might be.
If it is, it's super part of like the barrel aged portion itself.
Right.
Like, like you kind of char the barrel. I think it could just be mixed into that part of the whiff.
This needs an EDP. That's how good this is. I would wear the crap out of this.
I love that it started as just like hand soaps for a gift. And then all of a sudden they were like, oh, we can't keep that to ourselves. We got to share it.
The whiskey and bourbon are almost presenting like a tobacco-y note in there, in the subtleties as well. Y'all, can you imagine? Fabulous.
Like, I know they're in here, but I didn't just take a drink out of the drink that had the alcohol, if that makes sense. Like, I can just kind of smell it faintly back there.
Right.
But it's nothing that would deter me from using it at all. It just adds kind of where they're blending together.
Well, Peach is such a naturally loud singer. You can imagine the sort of other choir members you'd have to put in that group to subdue it. And yet this balance is exquisite.
I'm almost getting like a powdered sugar thing. Again,
Yes.
nothing gourmandy. I don't want to take a bite out of this at all. But it's just the gentle sweetness that's coming with it.
There's for sure a peachy, powdery note hiding at the bottom of this. A little bit of a barbershopness on the front.
I would agree. Like
maybe.
that cleanliness factor is staying throughout the whiff. I don't know if that's part of the new base, but I'm kind of curious how that's going to play out once we lather scent-wise.
And every barbershop I've ever been in has a secret liquor cabinet over in the corner, with a little barrel-aged whiskey or brandy in there, maybe. It lets the peach go wide, but not tall.
Yep.
If that makes sense. Beautifully done.
It almost just comes off as a softer, sweeter fruit. But it's kind of in the peachy lane. So I think it's just enough to kind of sneak in there that you know which fruit it is, but it doesn't take over the whole scent or the whole whiff.
And it doesn't go candy or novelty at all. I've got to take another look at these scent notes.
Yep.
Let's put a brush to this thing. All right, y'all, from the Etsy page for Adopted Acres, we start with top notes of
Champagne, citrus, sun-drenched orange, nice description there, and peach nectar.
Whoa, what other citrus are you getting besides the orange?
Okay, so this makes sense why the peach doesn't take over. I think they're best friends in here. Like, it's really adding, like, the crisp,
Right.
clean side. The sun-drenched orange, kind of like the heat is in that side.
Totally with you.
And then it's really the peach nectar. Like, I do feel like I could have had a really nice kind of Bellini, like you were talking
Right.
about.
Like a concentrated peach in here, but the softer kind, the gourmandy kind. And then middle notes, a second peach, ripe peach. There you go, with Kentucky bourbon, clove leaf.
Okay,
Love
spices,
that.
here we
I
go.
am starting to get that cinnamon bark, fir needles, and aromatic herbs. Y'all, the
They're there.
evergreen hit in here is crazy.
So I know some of the other peach ones we've had are like a peach tea. I don't know how to say this without it not being peach tea, but it's not.
No.
But the spices that kind of come that they're listed here could go more in the bourbony lane, but they work together as good as they would if it was a peach tea.
And then base notes of charred cedar wood.
There's
the
char.
smoke. There's a little bit of the Adopted Acres smoke.
little.
Sandalwood, suede. That was the one I forgot. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm going to go look
Okay,
into
so
leather
this
in
is
here.
where it's helping and not be too feminine at all. Add in the Kentucky bourbon, all of the herbs, but that next to the suede is where the magic is at, y'all.
This is why Doug Lane's nose is superlative. He knows this needed that subtle, soft, soapy hit of suede
Yup.
at the very bottom to ground it. Y'all, that's brilliant, and I can totally smell it. You getting it in there?
Yeah. Now that I know it's in there, but again, I think that's as dark as it gets. That it's not that dark of a whiff.
It gives my nose a little twinge, almost like Stronger with You leather.
There you go.
Does that kind of thing at the bottom.
So putting the creamy vanilla, I think my brain was almost getting that creamy, almost lactonic-y thing. I thought that was more of the actual shave cream base itself here, but it's keeping it clean. So even though you're reading creamy vanilla, it doesn't quite go completely lactonic, but I think the soft musk next to it kind of just has a level barbershop-y thing that you were kind of getting too.
Well, and that's why it gives me more of a peach ice cream sense than it does like a candy peach. No, I mean like Breyer's vanilla ice cream that they have smashed peach into.
That's the real
because there's
stuff.
only 5 ingredients on the box. That kind of vanilla peach.
It has a good scent intensity. I have to say, it's not as strong as some of the other ones that we have from Adopted Acres. So the cream itself and the pump idea, I think, is kind of meant to be a little bit more in that lane.
Right. And the soft musks are a little bit on the clean laundry side, just to almost be like a linen tablecloth for your peach picnic that you're having. And I'm going to hit this with my bougie sprayer and start the process of building a bowl lather in my fabulous honeycomb resin bowl from Vanillay in my favorite purple color.
We'll see how much water we would have needed. I don't know. We're about to find out.
Not that much. And this is my Mystery Machine inspired brush from Craig, an Opus brush with the rubber hippie daisies on the bottom. I love this thing. This is one of my favorite synthetic knots, and I have no idea what it's called. If anybody out there knows what knot this is, help a fellow out. All right, I'm going to start grabbing that soap off the sides of this bowl. And this is the perfect bowl for this because it is a softer soap. Obviously, it comes out of a pump. You want a bowl that's going to hold it a little bit harder. So these little honeycomb ridges are perfect. And look at this already.
That's where it's a little different with the shaved cream versus the shaved soap, I'm thinking.
Y'all. Oh, look at this coming to life. And do you smell what this is selling?
Okay, all right. I do get more of the
bourbon
and the spices with the peach.
Woo, I'm getting the woodiness in here too.
Yep,
almost
that
like
barrel.
the wood of the bar. Y'all, peaks and valleys are starting to come out. This is turning into yogurt.
And how many pumps do you think you used? Like 4?
Oh, like 6.
Okay.
Something like that. A little bit more than probably would be advised. But I wanted to get a good whiff.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
It's okay. Might be overflowing this a little bit like that Wonka scene.
Luckily, it's not like when you put the wrong soap in the washing machine.
Yeah, that happened on Brady Bunch.
I gotta say that lather is quite impressive, Adopted Acres. My
Even
goodness.
see the honeycomb. I wouldn't know this was not a tub soap.
Yeah, from looking at it, I gotta say. And it has that thickness and slickness still.
Right.
The brush does have something to grab onto. My goodness.
That'd be enough to do all 3 of your legs.
I think so.
And this is something you only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the This Does Not Come in a Tub whiff. On 3. 1, 2. I don't get much. All right, here we go. Let's see. Compare this. Oh, I get a lot more out of this than I do out of that empty lid. Y'all, you know how if you dive down into the heart of an overripe peach that might have fallen off the vine yesterday and started to ferment a tiny bit, there's a lovely tartness in the middle of it, and this has got that going on. And y'all, the Deacon Shaves came out of surgery this morning, and he's doing great. We love watching his channel, but we don't do shaving. Here in the Barbershop Duet, we thought you might need to see what this looks like.
Wow.
When it coats and covers a money maker. You want to bring your legs up here on the piano?
Right.
We'll show them how it works. Oh, yeah. Right? Right?
It does feel a little different. Like I can tell it's the shave cream versus their normal one, but the protective padded slickness is not lost here, my friends.
Protected being the operative word here. All right, y'all, come along down with us to the farm. We're going to take this a little deeper and see what other mysteries and wonders we can discover.
All right, ladies, so since this has us in mind, I wanted to show you how the pump actually builds a lather. Like if you just wanted to throw it right on your leg, here's a little water, and it's sort of meant to just be able to have in the shower, and you take a little kind of spritz here. We'll just do a little one because I don't have a whole leg here, but you should be able to just build your lather, and I can totally feel as it's coming through that it does have that protected kind of vibe. So if I wanted to be able to just shave right now, I do feel like you could. I mean, my legs, I just do a 1 pass. I don't need that much. So for us, it's a little different, but we always say that we don't want to build a whole bath and do a whole thing to do a shave. So it's nice to have this option, or even just for a quick armpit touch up, you can just rub it in there, throw it on, shave, and roll out. So I do like that they're having us in mind for this kind of convenience.
And we do know that there are some shavers out there that do not have the time to do their complete ritual every day, and every once in a while they'll still grab a cartridge and take it in the shower and do the old Cremo thing. Y'all, what a great way to bridge the gap between my old Cremo days and this particular hobby.
Give it a little scrub here and just see how much slickness is still there. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't make it go too like sudsy without a brush,
Right.
but there's definitely a protective layer. I'd feel
Yeah, for
totally
sure.
good shaving with this. We've had shaving sticks before that we've seen from some of the other artisans, but I think this is the first actual shaving cream in a pump concept.
And what a beautiful pump. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you really can kind of control how much comes out. I like that.
My mom used to give me a lot of peaches, but I'd make her peel them first. How do people eat that peach skin? It's fuzzy. It's like there's caterpillars in your mouth.
It's the same with apricots too. It kind of has that little fuzziness.
Kiwi? Why?
You don't eat the kiwi skin though.
Okay, wait a minute. Why are you discriminating against the kiwi when you're slamming down peach skins right and left? I don't understand. It's the same thing. Might as well eat the banana peel as far as I'm concerned. How do you eat the peach skin? There is one fruit that has its seeds on the outside. If you are in the live premiere chat of this episode, and you can be the first one to name the one fruit that has its seeds on the outside, you might get a special little prize in the mail.
I'm thoroughly impressed with how that lather is coming through with a brush and bowl, though, my friends. Look, you can't even see the holes.
I'm not done whiffing this yet. I could really use this in an EDP.
I think that was a wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Mr. Lane here.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm going to call him up and demand it right after we're done shooting this.
But it's true. I feel like you have looked for this exact type of a peach scent.
I
and
have.
usually the peach is what you get with a little bit of something. This is like a night. It's completely blended throughout the whole thing.
You get a lot of something with a little bit of peach. But that's why I love this. It still somehow lets the peach be the star. But the peach is not like the prominent thing in here. It's the blend. It's the balance. It's almost like a Parfums de Marly kind of balance in this, y'all.
Which is why I think the concept of this had ladies in mind. But the scent, my friends, I feel like is super unisex in the best of way.
Right. So it's pretty simple, y'all. Just be Marcus and his family heading down to Costco to purchase their first Nintendo Entertainment System in the 1980s. And you're so excited because it comes with Duck Hunt, but it also comes with Super Mario Brothers. You've been reading all about it. You've secured your subscription to Nintendo Power, and you are ready to go after Princess Peach and save her for all mankind. But your parents are going to put it in your sister's room so you'll play with her, and you're going to get your own. So head over to etsy.com/shop/adoptedacre soap co to find this and all kinds of other cool stuff. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with the Peach Barrel Reserve, and the scent just keeps getting richer and more decadent the more you get to know it. And for my shave, I just went Cremo style. I just pretended that I was short on time, didn't have time to do a full brush and bowl lather. What would I do? I just pumped this into my hand, put it on a wet face, and took my Razor Company aluminum razor right to it with a Nasset blade. Had a totally comfortable, beautiful shave. It was a little tricky knowing where I had shaved because it doesn't make the white foamy pattern that we're used to see what you've shaved already. But a fabulous post-shave feel, wonderful shave, quick, easy, comfortable, and y'all, a step above anything you can find in a pressurized can at Target. Thank you, Adopted Acres, and we're excited that someday these might come with refill pouches available too. Hey, welcome to Messages, and it's that magic time to choose our lucky winner of a $25 e-gift card to Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Thank you to everyone who sent in an email, and here are all of your names and your corresponding lucky numbers.
Gorguts, Ronnie, Mary Beth, Lenny, Simon, Penrow, Matt, Nathan, Andrew, Seth, Frank, Selena, Brent, Michael M, Cole, Richard, Randy, Jamie, Lewis, Mike H, Brian, and John.
And here is that magic time. Alexa, give us a number between 1 and 22.
This time it's 8.
Hey, Nathan! Congratulations, my friend. We will be reaching out to you today to let you know how you will be receiving your e-gift card. Thank you to everyone who entered our giveaway, and check back here in June for an awesome Zingari Man giveaway.
I'm glad Kara put her foot down and was just kind of like, here, Doug, we really need to focus a little bit more on how to get the gals into more of this wet shaving idea. And I think this is the perfect leeway to kind of help bring them in.
And y'all, I know a ton of guys who put on Queen of Hearts from Sterling, Sweet Stuff. I mean, there's amazing stuff going on in a lot of these colognes and EDPs that are made a bit more for the ladies. But I think in the last 10 years, pretty much everything has found its way to a more unisex line. It's funny. I would not know that this was a ladies' scent,
Nope.
but once you say it, I'm like, you know what? I don't think I know a single female in my life who wouldn't go crazy for this scent.
But I like the Barrel Reserve side because it really does add a little bit more of that kind of spice action in the woods that are going on. So it really, at least I think we would both fight to use this one, I gotta say.
And y'all, if the next time you get a big old box of shaving supplies in the mail and your beloved starts to give you the fisheye, why just open the box, take this out, and say, but my love, I got this for you. Thank you, Doug and Kara and everybody at Adopted Acres for believing in our little show and sending this out for free to review. It will be a cherished member of our shave locker.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.